Okay, so I will start. So thank you very much for the invitation. Um, in this talk, I will first briefly present you the INSERM INRIA team casting, and then I will present you two small examples of projects we have developed recently. So our team is relatively recent. It has been created last June, and it is composed of clinician, biologist, bioinformatician, and mathematician. And our aim is to combine mathematical modeling and computational biology with experiment to understand the evolution of cancer cell population with two particular focus. First, the early stages of tumorigenesis and also the evolution under selective pressure of treatments. And we focus particularly on head, neck, and lung cancer. So, as I said before, we have two particular focus, early stages and treatment pressures. And this is dictated by, in fact, two main final goals. So first, better prevention before the tumor. And secondly, optimize treatment strategy. And from a modeling point of view, I just put this picture to say that from a modeling point of view, we see the cancer as a complex evolutionary system. So I will present now briefly two small projects that we have in the team, and these two projects are more related to the second goal, so the idea to optimize the treatment strategy. So in this first project, we combine experiments and modeling with the idea to apprehend the evolution under the selective pressure of systemic therapy. With the idea, in fact, to optimize B therapy, which is alternating treatments. So the first step in this study was to design experiments to parameterize and optimize models that represent the growth of cell population under different treatment. So as you can see in the picture here, we have different medium, different environment, and of course different replicate in each environment. And we collect data at different time points that are represented here by the arrows in these pictures. And we had access to different measures. First, the measure of total RNA concentration, which is for us the proxy for the total size population, and also measure to proliferative difluorescence, which represent more or less the number of division of the cells. And soon we should have access also to some data, to some measures related to the genetic composition of the population. But for the moment, we don't have access to this. We have still a bit of work before having this data. So with the two first type of measures, we designed a model. In fact, we designed a model which is a edge structure model. And with the data, we find that the better shapes seem to be this one given by this partial differential equation given here. What you can see in particular is that we have two more important parameter, which is the D, the death rate, and B, which represent the age at the division. Okay, and in fact, it's not exactly this model. This model is the macroscopic scale of the model, but our model is a probabilistic one, so it corresponds to the microscopic model that gives this PD. Okay. And we parameterize this model to estimate, in fact, the birth and death of the population. In our experiment, and in general, it's important for us to have access really to birth and death rate of the population, and not only to the growth rate, because two populations with the same growth rate but with different birth and death rate will have really a different genetic composition at the end. So, for example, by analyzing our three conditions, we were able. So here in the picture, you see the different replicates, and the color represent the different medium. And we were able to determine that the intermediate growth rate here in green, in fact, is due. The shape of this growth rate was due to a higher mortality rate, whereas the lowest growth rate is due to a stop in proliferation, which is really different from a genetic point of view. So now we are using these models and their parameterizations to compute and optimize alternating treatments. And yeah, it's an ongoing project. Okay, so as I said before, we will have access to also data related to genetic composition, but for the moment it's not the case. But discussion around this data have inspired some purely theoretical work that I will describe you in the second part. So really, this part is more mathematical, probabilistic part. And in this part, we developed a model, a really simple branching birth and death model that represents the rescue of a population. So initially, we have a large population of size K, with all identical cells with a negative growth rate. So this is the growth rate, and it's negative because the division rate, B0, is smaller than the death rate, D0. And at each division, yes, the new cell can acquire resistance with a small probability, which is inversely proportional to K. Okay, and if it becomes resistant, it acquires a positive growth rate, so with a division rate B1, which is larger than D1. And also, we add the fact that at each division, the cell accumulates neutral mutations. So the new mutation acquire a random number of mutation, and also inherits the mutation of its ancestors. So we have the following shape for the dynamical the dynamics of the stochastic system. So we start with K sensitive cells, and we have a decrease of this sensitive population until reaching 0. And at the same time, it's possible that we have a mutation, a resistant mutation that appear in the population, and this will give a new population that can grow until that grow independently. Okay, and we will study the population after a large time, which is of order T log K. Okay, and just remember that at this time, the size of the population is approximately K to the power lambda 1 T. Okay, and we study the following data, which is a site frequency spectrum, and which is exactly for each I, it's the number of neutral mutations shared by I resistance cells. So it's really a classical data in biology. Sometimes it's more the variant allelic frequency, but it's really related to this also site frequency spectrum. I put here an example to be sure that it's more easier to understand. So here in my picture, you see the black line are the resistance cell, and the dot black line are the resistant cell. So here we have, for example, a resistant mutation event. And the number here represent the neutral mutation that can also appear in the different cells. And of course, so here we have mutation 1 and 2, and as it is inherited, we will have in all the descendants of this individual, we will see the mutation 1 and 2. Okay. So in this example, for this example, we have, for example, S1, which is equal to 3. So this corresponds to the neutral mutation 7, 8, and 9. S3 is equal to 1, which corresponds to the mutation 4. And S7 is equal to 2, which corresponds to mutation 1 and 2. And SI is equal to 0 for other I. And we study more precisely the mutation shared by at least a certain number of individuals. And here this number is x times k to the power lambda 1t. So remember that k to the power lambda 1t is approximately the size of the total resistant population. So x times k to the power lambda 1t is a large number of cells. And we were able to exactly compute the first order of the expectation of this quantity. And in fact, you can see that it's proportional to the number of resistant mutations that appear times a quantity that can be seen, that can be understood as two different contributions. So we have the exact formula, so we can study it corresponding to the different parameters. But these two quantities can be understood as two contributions. The first contribution for the J, for example, is the contribution is the mutation that appear in the resistant individual. So after the resistant mutation that appear. And the second part, L of X, corresponds to the accumulation of mutation in the first sensitive cells, so before the resistant mutation. And we have a lot of perspective also for this theoretical work. First, we want to add some age structure in our population. Of course, to be able to study the previous to connect with the previous work I presented. And also we want to develop a statistical tool for inference for these quantities. And thank you for your